What's going on, everyone? Scott here. Welcome back to the channel. Michigan State basketball kicks off the 2024-2025 season on Monday night at 7 o'clock against Monmouth at the Breslin Center. 7 o'clock on Big Ten Plus. But we're going to talk about the game, give a little bit of preview on Monmouth. Not too much to talk here or dive into, but really just what we want to see opening night for Michigan State. But first, before we jump in, if you could just hit that like and subscribe button down there for more Michigan State college basketball content, Michigan State basketball, a lot of other stuff on the channel, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a video. So let's just jump in. The Monmouth Hawks last year went 18-15. They actually beat West Virginia at West Virginia early in November last year. Came close to beating Seton Hall on the road in December as well. Last year they averaged 72 points per game, 35% from three, and averaged 35 rebounds a game. A guy that really jumps off the roster when you're looking at their team, Doc Muarter. I hope I said that name right. He's a 7'1" junior center transferring from USF 2 years ago, and then last year from Cleveland State coming over. So that's a big presence down there, something to watch out for when he is in the game. But looking over their exhibition game, they played against Rhode Island College. Andrew Ball led the team with 15 points, was one of 4 players in double figures. Eric Deemings, 13, 12 from Justin Ray, and Abdi Basir Jr. with 10. I hope I said all of those names right. I apologize if I did not. Cornelius Robinson Jr. led the team with 9 rebounds. Guy who we mentioned before, Doc Muarter, added 8 rebounds and 3 blocks. In that exhibition game, they shot 52% from the field, 29% from 3, and 67% from the free throw line. They got out and ran well, though. 24 fast break points, so that's something to watch for on Monday night. Again, these games are usually, this game and even, Thursday, looking ahead a little bit, these games are about MSU establishing themselves early in the season. You have to take all your opponents seriously, yes, but, perfect example of that, look at opening night last year. Michigan State comes into the season 4th ranked in the country, all these high expectations, we're getting back to a Final Four, national championship, all this stuff, and you lose opening night. So definitely cannot overlook anyone. This is a solid team who clearly almost pulled an upset last year, almost 2 upsets against power conference teams. Definitely just got to come in and handle your business. But really on the Michigan State side, what we want to see is, most important thing I think, is Jaden Akins figuring things out offensively, getting a few shots to go, establishing himself as the #1 option. If he starts seeing a couple shots go down, continues to do the little things right, defending well, crashing the glass and rebounding, then I think we're off to a good season. It'll be this game and Thursday where we get into the big one, Champions Classic next Tuesday against Kansas. Next up, I'm curious if any changes are made with that starting center position specifically. Not going to harp on it too much, as we harped on it previously during the exhibition games and in the Michigan State basketball season preview that we posted yesterday night. So, I'm not going to talk about it too much, but Izzo did mention, if I remember correctly, after the exhibition game against Ferris State last week, just that don't be surprised if some things change. And who knows what he was talking about there, if it was about rotations or if it was about how they do certain things. I don't know, but, could that possibly mean the center position, considering Jackson was clearly the best center on the floor last week against Ferris State, and he's clearly been the best center on the floor, aside from, I'll give Simone Zapala the nod for the Northern Michigan game. He looked pretty good there, but, for a majority of the exhibition last week and during the summer, Jackson Kohler was clearly the best center on the floor for Michigan State. So, love Carson Cooper, love Simone Zapala, but I would love to see Jackson Kohler start. If you want all the reasons why, just go watch the Michigan State basketball preview for the season that we posted last night. Definitely spend a couple more minutes harping on why it makes more sense. But I'm curious if any changes are made there. Next, we've seen, stretches of good offensive flow, early in the exhibition season. So now moving into the regular season where these things actually count, would like to see them have more and longer stretches of that offensive rhythm, getting going. And obviously a lot of it has to do with Jaden Akins hitting shots, and then we saw some of those stretches where Frankie Fiddler was getting the ball when things kind of broke down, breaking down his guy and being able to draw a foul, get to the line. Some of that stuff will be nice to, kind of bridge those gaps. But, Jeremy getting the ball, getting out running, Trey, when he's in, getting out and running, and setting up this offense, I think, that'll continue to get the offense to flow. And really, in my opinion, I said it after the exhibition in that recap last week, but really this week, against Monmouth on Monday and against Niagara on Thursday. Biggest things are continuing to grow offensively, get that rhythm going. We saw the defense has looked solid, yes, against lesser competition in exhibition, and going to be lesser competition against Monmouth and Niagara. You have to respect them, but it's not Kansas. It's not, a couple weeks from now in the Maui Invitational, teams that you're going to see in there. So this early part of the season, really this week specifically, before you go into that big Kansas game next Tuesday, continue to get that offensive growth and then also continue defensively to get those rotations and defend solidly. Then lastly, would like to just see the freshmen get a lot of run in this one. Jace Richardson, Kurt Tang, like to see them get quite a few minutes in this one. Get their feet wet in a game that actually matters, regular season game here, to get things kicked off for the season. But so that'll do it. I'm excited to get back in the Breslin for regular season basketball action. So can't wait. We'll be back to obviously talk about the game and give a recap after this one. But that'll do it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.